12. Hi, welcome to the 41st episode of the Yarn Junkie podcast. My name is Amber. Thank you so much for joining me on my podcast about all crafting. You can find me on most social media as Yarn Junkie. On Instagram, I am _Yarn Junkie. On Ravelry, I am Yarn Junkie with the number 6. And there's a Yarn Junkie podcast group if you're at all interested in seeing what the going-ons of that group is. I do have a co-host today, my beautiful daughter, Atella.
Hello, my name is Atella. She already said that.
It's okay. Keep going.
It's just part of my role here. Okay. Hello, my name is Atella. I'm 10 years old. I will be going into the 5th grade, and today I will be with my mom showing a few of my whips and what's that finished object called? An FO.
She's got FOs and whips, and I do too. So we will go ahead and get right into it. First, I want to talk about something I forgot to talk about last week. I've got 2 discount codes. One, I forgot what the info is, but it's from Yarn Seller Studio, which I showed that awesome elephant bag from last week. And the other discount code is from Sweet Molly over at Molly Klein Designs. She is offering all my viewers 10% off your next order. So it's with code KNIT10, all capital, KNIT, and the number 10. And that is, again, 10% off your order through the month of August. So thanks so much, Molly. And also Trish from Yarn Seller Studios has offered me a discount code, and I will link that in the show notes. I will definitely put those 2 codes in the show notes so you guys can take advantage if you so choose. So like Atella was saying, she has FOs and I do as well, but I think she has a few more than I do, so I'll let her go first.
No,
go lay down, Lucy.
You're gonna step on it.
Go. Okay, go ahead.
Actually, I only have 2 whips.
No, your finished objects.
I know. I'm just saying that I have 2 whips.
Show your finished objects.
Okay.
If you can hear my husband talking in the background, sorry. He's on the phone. He works from home.
He's always on the phone.
If you've been watching my podcast, you know he works from home. And we have dogs.
It is the best thing ever. Other than my awesome bunk bed that I showed on the... Which podcast was it?
I can't remember. Just keep going.
Okay. And the pool was pretty awesome too.
Mm-hmm. Here
is my miniature canopy bed. And it comes with a chair too that I also made.
It's got a little desk on the end and a canopy bed with pencils.
Yes, the posts are actually pencils I used last year in school. They had no purpose to me and they weren't very good pencils, so just put them here.
Upcycling. So this is a little bed for her Barbies.
Well, actually this is for my miniature doll, Lily.
Did I tell you about my friend talking about how impressed she was that she make all of this stuff for your dolls and Barbies and stuff instead of going out and buying? That you just take little construction paper and cardboard.
And it's way easier than buying stuff.
Okay. Okay, I have... Is that your finished object?
Yes.
I have a finished object too. Is there anything else you wanted to say about it?
It's got a gumball machine on the desk. That's adorable, isn't it? Look at it. And I got the gumball machine top part right here from a gumball machine. Oh yeah, I'm awesome. Okay.
So I also have a finished object, and they are Atrella's jelly roll socks. I say it's finished. This one, the ends aren't woven in, so they are basically done now. This one, all the ends were woven in, and I finished them. She wanted them to be opposite, so she asked that they be opposite. And I really, really, really liked how they turned out. They're all stretched out and look crazy on these sock blockers because my feet are much larger than hers, and these are my blockers. I need to get some child sock blockers since I knit her so many socks.
And my other socks that you're knitting me are also going to be opposite a little bit.
Yeah. So I knit these using the tiny circs, except for on the contrasting part and on the heel. and also the toe. I switched to DPNs on all those places, and on these two, it asks you to size up your needle because the way the stitch pattern is, you're knitting a lot tighter. And I'll show you how much yarn I have left over. The yarn I used is Madeline Tosh Twist Light in colorway Edison Bulb, and this is how much I have left. This is what I used in my exploration station as well. And then so I had so much left over, I could knit these socks, and I still have a hefty ball size left.
I know what I'm wearing the first day of school.
I also have this much left of the Jinx yarn, and this is her Tough Sock base in colorway Cancun. And again, this is the bottom of my exploration station, and I had enough to knit opposite socks, and that's how much I have left. So probably enough for 2 minis. And now I am going to knit Prudence a pair of socks for back to school socks using the leftovers of the variegated speckled, which is found pottery, and then the neon pink. That's what Prudence's rollers will look like. And I'll probably do hers opposite too. And so I put those in my new favorite Studio in the Green project bag. One thing I will say about this bag that it was a little disappointing, as well made and as meticulous this bag is, I mean, there's so much detail that goes into making this. I find it kind of odd that she used iron-on logos, and now it's kind of come up on one side. I mean, to go through all the trouble of doing like little yarn guides, and just this bag is very well made. And the little notions pouch in the middle dividing both sides. And maybe that's why she's, at the end, she's just like over it, and she just wants to do an iron-on logo.
Just forget it, use the iron-on.
But it's just, I mean, how much more effort would it be just to stitch so it doesn't roll off? That's just my 2 cents. I'm not knocking her. I love her bags. I will buy more, but that's just sort of annoying that it's coming off. So do you have another finished object?
Yes, I have 3. Well, technically 2 of them. Well, 3. Those 3 are kind of in the set.
Let's show them.
Okay. Well, and I have these paper plates.
Those don't really count.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I have, drum roll please, the bag. And I actually named it the bag. It's a bag, so I named it the bag. This is for my 18-inch doll McKenna. I need to take the things out of it. And nothing in there. Oh man, it came open.
So you made this out of paper?
Yes. Well, cardstock.
Cardstock?
From a printable pattern that you can also get on myfroglystuff.blogspot.com. And I also made her a makeup compact. It's so cool. It was extremely hard to make those fit in like that. Where's my finger? Because this is a cutout circle, and then there's another cutout circle, and then more little.
And it has little
cordals.
Beads. So
Yeah.
it closes. It's a compact, y'all, for a doll. I was really impressed with this. She made this one night when I was at work, and I came home and I was like, that is super cool.
This is the inside part of a label from a Crazy Water bottle. And I figured it looked like a mirror, so I was like,
Upcycling.
Isn't
What
it
else?
recycling? And then this handy dandy makeup bag. So cute. I just dumped it over. No, I have, I'm just tangling it up. Makeup remover and makeup appliers. It's like a little makeup remover wipe. Yay! Okay, you can put them away now. You just shove it all in the bag. No time to redo it. The paper plates are small, so they're kind of in the middle anyway. I did these last night using a spice container. Tiny little doll-sized paper plates. And I used the spice container as a press, or the lid anyway, because it was kind of like a paper plate. And made a bunch of little paper plates. So adorable. And they actually look like paper plates. Okay, your turn.
That's that's all your whips? I mean your FOs?
Yes.
So we're on to whips now?
Yes.
Okay. So my whip is what I'm working on right now, which is my second sock. Let me just get to the end right quick so I can show it. I'm knitting these magic loop on size, I want to say 1.5. They're Addies. 2.5. They're 2.5 millimeters, so whatever that is in US. And I really like these Addies. I feel like they're really lightweight, and the cord's really light as well. So I have been knitting, I knit the first one toe up with a Fish Lips Kiss heel, and
Go, Lucy.
I really like the finished sock, which I can show
Go.
you. My sunglasses are in here from earlier. So here's the first sock that's been finished for probably a month or so, and I just didn't really want to knit the second. But I got this yarn from my friend Sonia, and I did my first Fish Lips Kiss heel, which my friend Dawn at Knit Night helped me figure out. She like literally sat there and walked me through it baby steps too.
Why is it called a fish lips heel?
I don't know, I guess it just looks like a fish lips.
Oh, yeah. Do a little play and be like, fishy, swim.
And then I cast on for the second sock. So this is the yarn, the striping yarn that I'm using, which is a Woolly Wonka fiber in colorway Santa Fe. And this is the contrast heel and toe, which is a Dream in Color smushy with cashmere. I cannot remember the colorway name because it's deep stash yarn. And hopefully I have enough for the heel and cuff. I think I'm going to be doing a little bit of yarn chicken, but maybe not. That looks like enough, right guys?
What's yarn chicken?
It's when you are getting dangerously close to running out of yarn, but you have more to knit.
Oh,
So
chicken
it's-
does taste good, especially with barbecue sauce. It's spicy.
So I have just the toe pretty much cast on the toe. Turkish cast on is my new favorite cast on. And I have one of my stitch markers for my friend Tia, the little ram. And she's got Tia's Terrific Threads podcast, and she has a Etsy shop as well. So I don't know if she does sell stitch markers, but I know she has yarn
What
and
do you like better, Wendy's or fish and vegetables and rice?
fish and vegetables and rice.
Yes, it tastes awesome.
So
And a little teriyaki sauce on that white rice. So good.
that is my whip. And we are going to stop it right here and come back with the trellis whips. We'll be right back.
You going first or I'm going first?
You are with your whip.
Right. Okay. Should I do the chair or the house?
The chair.
Okay. Here is my Barbie chair. This was actually the first attempt to do a model for my future house in college. It didn't turn out too well, so I made it a little Barbie chair. And just a little Barbie sit right there. And this is a whip because I still need to add like pillows for decoration, a cushion, and this is like a little place you can put like a doggy bed under there. It can be like a little doggy loft or perhaps baskets for extra storage. Not that Barbies would need it, but it's good decoration and stuff. And it pretty much wraps it up. Blue on the inside, white right there, right on the outside.
What'd you make it using? Cardboard?
Yes, cardboard, and this is a paper tube. Oh, this actually folds out like this. Yay! And that's just a pink paper tube and fabric. I love this fabric. I used it on my canopy bed too.
Okay, I have another whip to show you guys. It's actually kind of like two whips in one. Eventually there'll be three. So this is my own design, and here's like the two different pieces. So this is a crocodile crochet stitch. This is a crochet project. I barely ever have crochet projects, you guys. It's a crocodile crochet stitch. And this yarn I used was a gift from my friend Robin in a swap we did last Christmas. Hi, Robin. And I love this color. I think that with the leftovers, I might do the Jelly Roll Socks designer came out with the Saturday Matinee socks. I might do that with these. I thought it would be a really pretty colorway to knit those socks up. So that's one. And what this will be is this, which is, do you have your phone?
My phone probably won't fit in there, or
Yeah,
I guess if it's stretchy. Yeah, my phone's right in there.
She's gonna go get her phone so I can show you guys. This is a little cell phone purse. My phone's on the charger, or I'd show you mine. My phone is literally always dead because I never plugged in. I always forget to plug it in. And then I wake up and I'm like, why is my phone at 6%? Because I didn't plug it in. Okay, so it's a little
My phone's really big.
cell phone purse. Told you it would fit.
And
this, it's a whip, so I am working on the strap right now. And here's one that I crocheted myself years ago. I've probably had this.
I can go get mine.
7
You show them
years?
too. The owl one is really cool.
Okay, it was kind of torn up by the dog, but go ahead.
Okay, here, show them that. That's
She's gonna go get it. So here's one. I think I've showed you guys this before. It's just like a little strawberry. I actually made this with worsted weight cotton yarn, like the, what is that cotton? That cotton that everybody uses. Lily's Sugar and Cream. So that's basically what this is. This one is I used fingering weight yarn. This is Republic of Wool. Yeah, Republic of Wool. Superwash merino, 20% nylon, twist fingering. But I think they look nice in fingering too. This is a fingering weight one. This is using the leftovers from my feather weight, as well as some deep stash green that I used on a project last year and had quite a bit left over. And this is a singles, which I don't really like using, but it's fine for this. So that's my other whip, and this is for a friend. That's all I want to say for now. I'm crocheting a couple of these for gifts. And those are going really quick because crochet projects are very fast.
And this one,
Oh yeah.
she made for me. That's the one I use.
So the nose did go down into a little
like a
point,
little-
but I don't know if you can see the dogs got a hold of it and kind of played tug of war. So I made her this one.
It was like
What
a
was
rounded-
this, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago?
Long time ago.
And this was again with
Way
cotton
before.
yarn. So there's a couple of different ways you can make a little owl, a little fruit. If anyone's interested in making these, the pattern's in my head. I could share it with you guys. I'm no pattern writer, but if you wanted to make this, it's really simple and easy. If you know how to do the crocodile stitch, you can make these. And sorry, I keep itching my face. It's like driving me crazy. Do you have another way?
Look at the Harry Potter book.
The bookmarks we got from the library this week.
We also have a Ronald. I lost mine. Which is the Ronald.
It's in my car.
Oh, okay.
Ron, not Ronald.
Ronald Weasley. That's his
Okay.
full name.
Yeah, but that's not what we call him.
Ron. Whatever.
Show your whips.
And you have Dumbledore. What do you mean whips? I only have one more.
Okay.
That's so sad.
I don't have any more whips. Not stuff that I've worked on.
This is while we were on vacation. I kept watching the Tiny House Hunters, and it got me inspired to, when I was older and in college, to have a tiny house. Like I was telling you earlier, this was my first attempt for a tiny house. It didn't work. So this is like the kitchen area. The stove is right there, fridge right there, stuff back there. Kind of hard to move around. That back there is the kitchen. There'll be an outhouse. There's also washer and dryer, loft, all the basics.
She cut out these stairs. I mean, she probably spent how long on these stairs? Like an evening and a whole 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah. Well, not to do the cutout right here. That took about an hour. It took forever just to cut it out. And it didn't take that long to do
There's
the
a
steps,
washer and
actually.
dryer?
Yep. And it's going to have like a carpet floor in there. I just did hardwood to define the different type of flooring there would be. The rest will be hardwood. And then that back there will be carpet.
And your bed will be up here?
Yes. And bed, walkie space, maybe closet. not a closet, but like
Storage.
chests. Yeah, storage chests. And there we go. And this is what's called an A actual size in architecture. I'm not sure, but it's going to be
just a
10
model.
feet. It's just a model. There was some fancy name. Dad had it for it. I don't know. It's going to be 10 feet all the way around.
Is that Dad? Dad, what's your fancy name for the model?
Like A actual size or something.
A actual size or something?
I don't know. It's just a model.
Yeah, she was saying you had some fancy term for it.
Since it was each inch stood for a foot, there was a fancy.
It's a scaled model?
It's a scaled model. It's going to be a cubular house. It's going to be so cool. So cool. Yeah, just put this back. And that's pretty much it for me. Hi.
Well, we also
Oh, wait, we
have,
still have one.
we have
So
more finished
cool.
objects. I'm glad that you joined us, actually. Prudence has joined us, and we have been crafting up a storm since it's the very, very last weeks of summer. So the girls start back to school in 2 weeks, and on vacation, Prudence and Atella took these, guys.
We have one more in the car, but it's not.
Prudence worked on her heart one that she's been working on, but she decided to let Atella make these, and Atella made both of them in an afternoon. Prudence has been working on her heart
She got them.
since about Christmas time, and that's okay. It's a whip. It can take you time. It's not a rush. But Atella got these two done for her because she knew she was wanting the little pillows. And again, these are little like fabrics
Squares
that
of
you
fabric.
stab in.
Stab in little holes.
And it's a
Actually, there's
little
one more
butterfly
hole
pillow.
that you can actually see that didn't get filled in.
I kind of showed them guys this on a previous podcast.
Oh yeah, when they weren't started yet. Yeah.
So they're finished, and now we have little decorative pillows.
You got
And we
anything
also-
else you want to show before that?
Yeah, some like acquisitions and stuff, but we can do it after this.
Oh, Mommy,
So
did you get my shirts too?
I got.
Well, we're missing one of your shirts.
It's okay. Prudence loves to tie-dye. Tie-dye, tie-dye, tie-dye. That's all she loves to do. So we bought a tie-dye kit and some white shirt,
That's a swirl.
and she directed me on how to dye her shirts. And we got dye everywhere.
This one was dyed
The blue's
too.
still on the concrete.
This one was dyed when I was probably 3 or 4.
Yeah, we dye shirts every summer. It's a very fun
The
thing.
first time we actually tie-dyed shirts was that time the Easter Bunny was like, hop, hop, you need some tie-dye.
So here's another one that Prudence directed me on.
Yeah, she was very young when we
And she has
first
another one, but we didn't grab that one to show. And Atella
Here's my galaxy.
did a galaxy.
There's a sun, and it's not that good, but the sun and the Mercury and Venus and Earth, and
She looked up all the planets and tied it all.
I'm not sure what that purple thing
And then
is.
did some constellation type of.
And there's some planets down here, planets over there. That's the back. Don't show them that.
Okay.
And here is the shirt I will be wearing on the first day of school.
With her socks. You hold up the shirt, I'll hold up the socks.
It matches. The green was not supposed to.
This was not intentional. She is upset that there's so much transfer of the green. She wanted more yellow and less mixed with the green. However, she just dyed this, and then it turned out to match her socks that she had planned to wear on the first day of school. So, first day of school outfit.
And I might wear that shawl behind us. This is the shawl you were talking about, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Great.
And a new pair of shoes.
So that's all
Two buttons.
those are all of our whips and finished objects and everything else. We're not
Mommy,
going to do it by.
before we go, I'm going to go get something.
Okay, you go, and we'll be right back with wool piggery. All the acquisitions, you guys, because you know that Yarn Junkie can't go a day without, or a week without an acquisition. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And I have a couple of acquisitions that I wanted to show you guys. Atella, unfortunately, doesn't have any this week.
What's an acquisition?
Things that you acquired.
Oh.
One of the ones, Lara, I did it again. Lara from the Fawn Knits came out with these yarn kits for heels and toes, contrasting with her yarns. and I had to have it. And I was so pleased as pie to score it in her shop update because this particular colorway sold out pretty quickly. And the yarn that I got is the Bluefest Leicester 75-25 nylon, and it's 464 yards, and then it has a contrasting skein of grape jelly in a 20-gram skein. So I don't know if you can tell, but that's going to be some super awesome socks. And I'm going to do the Telsa socks with these. I showed you guys my yarn last week. I've decided to just throw that out of the hat altogether, and I'm going to cast these on. But I wanted to show you guys before I did so because it just came so wonderfully packaged, and it's so gorgeous. And this, again, it's her Badger base.
Badgers are sneaky.
And another yarn that I got in the mail, and I want to warn you, okay, if you are signed up to be a part of Cat's Kettle's Halloween Yarn Club and you have not gotten your yarn, turn it off, look away, fast forward, whatever you need to do so you're not spoiled. Spoil alert. If you have Cat's Kettle on the way, please turn it off. I don't want to spoil it for you. But I got my first shipment of yarn from the Halloween club that she's doing. So I'm going to get 3 skeins of yarn with coordinating heels and toes. And I'm just so excited. So it was my first ever yarn club, and it came packaged like so wrapped nicely, and I couldn't see what the yarn was at all through the paper, which just made it all that more exciting. I'm like opening a present. And
I got Sanderson socks.
here it is. This is amazing. So Cat's Kettle, Katrina, her Halloween Club colorway, and the color is called Sanderson Sisters.
Which is why
Yeah, we got that. She's gonna get Sanderson socks. Hocus Pocus is one of Atrella's all-time favorite Halloween movies. And it's Sanderson Sisters, matte sock, 4-ply fingering, 75-25, 438 yards. And the heels and toes, or toes etc. is what she calls it. Toes etc. is Winifred. And it's the same base. But look at this. I love how it looks like the outside of the spell book with all of the personalities of the sisters thrown in.
So green for the boss, and then red for the smarter one than
Kat
the purple
sent me
one.
a picture of how this looks knit up, and it's incredible. And I'm very happy to be able to knit socks for Atella with this.
Like an electrical picture or actual picture?
You mean electronic?
Yes.
Yeah, she sent me the picture on Instagram.
Aw,
So another acquisition that I got, Jenny from Lone Larch Designs posted a bunch of project bags a couple of weeks ago, and I was in love. And I wrote her and asked her if she wouldn't mind holding one for me, and she did, which she did again this week, guys, because I'm insane and an addict. But here is the bag. It is her, oh no, my button just fell off.
Oh no.
It is a, I would say small sweater size, really large shawl size bag. I plan to put a fingering weight sweater that I'm gonna knit in here for the fall. It's got a nice size bottom, and she sent me a tree progress keeper, or a stitch marker, actually, and a tee, and wrote a sweet note. So thank you so much, Jenny. And there's also, I got a Jenny button. Look at that. Just one of the podcasters that I love to follow.
Oh, cool.
And so this bag is just super fun, perfect for fall, and I had to have it. That is almost all. Another acquisition, I told you guys about this last week, but it came in. The grocery girls told me to order this book, and if the grocery girls tell you to do something, you do it. I haven't finished the first book of Swept yet, the series I'm reading with the Brooklyn Knit Folks podcast. But as soon as I'm done with this, I have a few more chapters. I will probably read this before continuing the second book to this series, unless it's like a cliffhanger that I must watch, or must keep reading. We'll see. And another thing that came to help me with my second socks of summer, oh, that, by the way, I entered the rollers into the second socks of summer for the grocery girls. I have a bunch of sock whips right now, so I decided that I needed a little helper to help me with my socks. And so Dobby came with, he was on Amazon, same place as this book, and he came to live with me to help me knit my socks. I've seen a lot of other knitters post this with their socks on Instagram, and I decided,
And just in case if you don't remember the white slipper, here it is. A little bunny.
Prudence had to go get her bunny slipper. The tail needs to be reattached.
The other one doesn't even have a tail.
So that is all, you guys. That was kind of a shorter episode, but we just wanted to check in with you guys and show y'all a bit of our project progress, and we hope that you enjoyed spending time with us, and we look forward to hearing your thoughts and seeing you next time. Happy crafting!